Hi, this video explains the importance of easy onboarding to Business Central and why it's crucial for the growth of your Business Central partner business. It's a clip from a launch event video for 2023 Release Wave 2, but it's equally relevant today. Let's turn it over to Søren, who'll tell us more about it.
Let's start by framing the problem. The problem is customers love Business Central. So do we, and so do you. Well, is that a problem? Well, it kind of is a problem because there are so many customers who would like to go to Business Central that they're queuing up outside our door, outside your door, in such a way that you struggle with serving them all. And that's a risk, because the risk is, one, they will find another partner, or even worse, they will find another product. So we need to figure out a way to scale the channel even more. There are simply not enough human resources to go around. Luckily, we have tools in the toolbox that can help us all and you to do just that. Before we go there, let's start by looking at the onboarding vision that we have. The vision is simply that any customer can find, explore, and start using Business Central Plus add-on apps by themselves. Now, notice the emphasis on start using. It doesn't mean that all companies will become 100% proficient without any assistance. And by themselves doesn't mean without partners, but it means that maybe there's an opportunity to rethink how you as a partner are involved in the process. What can you do with less hands-on and more digital guidance? To help us execute towards that vision, we see at least four things being necessary. One of them is it's super important that we match and prospects and customers are matched with partners, the right partners, and the right solutions from day one, so that their very first meeting with the product is as great as it can be. Next is our onboarding philosophy is not to drag all users through all setup. No, it is to template as much as possible and then let users self-serve and self-finalize the rest of the experience. That can be an evaluation experience in a trial, but it could also be in a live setting where they need to set up the system ready for productive use. And to that end, we'd like you to think about how you can take the knowledge of your consultants and pack it into some IP, into some apps for App Source. Now, you have domain knowledge, and you have things that you do over and over again. And that work that you do over and over again are great candidates for being packaged into some digital guidance, asking the customer questions inside the product, leading to some onboarding scenarios where your consultants can then move on and instead serve, I'd say, more complex problems, more complex scenarios, and help customers that have those needs, instead of focusing and spending time on all the basics. Finally, it's super important that any user can learn while doing. Inside the product, a user needs to be able to intuitively understand what's the feature about, why does the page exist, what's the next logical step. Of course, there are some complex scenarios out there that a consultant will need to guide the user, but think about how you can support that kind of a learning journey. So to summarize, there's a huge opportunity out there. There are so many customers that want to go to BC. That's also a risk. So make sure that you're set up to handle that risk. Now, scale is critical. We simply need to scale more. And you can scale more with the same resources if you invest in these onboarding capabilities. And how you do that is driven by automation. And that's what this session is all about.
To learn more, visit aka.ms/bconboarding. Thank you for watching.